It's not very often in a product review this happens. Come on. Oh, you've got to. You've got to. Go on! Woo! Get it! But I've been having to keep it top secret that a couple of weeks ago over in Scottsdale, I got to test the brand new, totally fitted in my specs, 3x Forge 8620 PXG Sugar Daddy wedges. Now these things look absolutely gorgeous, as you can tell. We've got lots of different grinds on here, lots of different tech to talk to you about, and today we're going to test them here in the UK, which is lovely and warm. It's not quite as warm as it was in Arizona, but as you can see, we're going to kick things off with quite a rather, we're going to go quite difficult to kick things off. So I have a 58-degree wedge in the BP grind. The BP grind is, of course, the Bob Parsons grind. This is the grind that Mr. Parsons himself designed and really wanted for his game. And the big difference, apart from this and the S grind and the C grind, is you get those lovely full-face scoring lines, full-face grooves. I think that looks delightful. So let's jump in. And this is probably one of the harder bunker shots you will face. We've got a good 6-foot lip in front of me here, which for a gentleman of 5'10", Bobby? No. I don't think so. It's quite daunting, but I absolutely... There's something about these which is special. And that's still not stopped. They might go in again. There's something about these which is really, really special. And like I said, when I got to test these on the Bad Little Nine, when I got to test them on the par 3 course out in Arizona, it really got me thinking about how to use your imagination to hit lots and lots of different shots, not just out the bunkers like here, not just out of the rough, but certainly the BP grind is a club which I honestly believe could be a bit of a game changer for so many golfers. I can see why Mr. Parsons wanted it, because if you do struggle out of bunkers, struggle out the rough, it really can help. You're high up there, aren't you?
I was just trying to show how high it was.
It's very high, very, very high. And it's very difficult to actually get the ball up fast enough to play the shots you want to play. Are they spinning downwind as well? Yeah. Like, that feels absolutely insane. How close lip do we dare go there?
Give it a go.
That's like... We weren't expecting that, were we? That is so good. This could be the coolest short game area I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, you really can't find a shot out here that you wouldn't hit or wouldn't have.
Where would you like me to go?
So, you tell me, you want to start with a full swing, kind of that back right, so you can kind of see where it lands?
Yeah.
You know, in the middle?
Yeah.
And then, if you want, I can kind of go into the details after you take a few shots, or do you want me to do it right away?
Yeah, we'll do that,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, spin on that. Still going, look at this. Oh, stop it, watch this come back. Ah!
Yeah, that's fun.
Bit long, is it? But they feel fantastic.
Yeah, so what you have in your hands is the S grind. Okay, this is a new grind for PXG. Predominantly, it's been a C grind or a BP grind. C grind is going to have a lower bounce. That's going to be great for more of a shallow player.
Yeah.
It's not diggy. The BP grind, higher bounce, is going to be better for somebody that's steep. But the S grind, which I actually enjoy the most so far, is because it's versatile.
Yeah.
You have the ability to open it up, shut it down, trap it, and it's actually going to be easier to hit in any condition.
Yeah.
So it splits the difference. Another cool feature with the new Sugar Daddy 3 wedges is we added another groove. So predominantly we've had 15 grooves, now we've got 16. We've narrowed the gap between each groove. We haven't changed the width. We're right at that USGA limit.
Yeah.
So you're going to notice that the control of spin is more consistent.
Yeah. They felt better. I've tried to shallow it out. rather than digging it.
That BP grind is going to have all full groove face.
I like
the
that,
S and the C is going to be more of your traditional, where the grooves are in the middle. That was nice right there.
Where's that been on a life, Chris?
They were able to sacrifice 8 grams of mass between the toe and the heel,
Yeah.
which just helps increase MOI and forgiveness,
Yeah.
and your CG. So what I'd like for you to do is we're going to go down to the 7 bounce, which is our C grind.
Yeah.
Again, for more of that player that's shallow, not as diggy.
It's funny because I think if I was working heavily on my short game, which I probably should be, this would work because you can see there that although I've played some good shots and some terrible shots, the ground interaction is horrendous for this, isn't it? For this distance, Chris. We shouldn't have that much. Oh, just retire and come here.
If you retired and spent most of your time here, you'd end up being on the tour.
See, it's worrying because the results there are really good, but I feel like I've learnt the shots more. I think the standard bounce was helping me a lot more.
100%.
I'd be really worried to there with the 7.
Sure.
Like, oh. Actually didn't do too bad.
Yeah, that was nice and shallow.
Yeah. But then how much is it fit to, you're fit to the potential rather than fit to the forgiveness that you need? I suppose that's your job in a nutcase, isn't it?
It is. It's definitely helps to identify, attack angle. It also helps to identify what kind of conditions you're playing on, what kind of turf. I mean, there's different grounds, there's different grasses, sand base, dirt, soft, firm.
Yeah.
So all these grinds can cater to those types of conditions that you play in as well.
I often like when I get a wedge set to have different grinds and different bounces in different lofts. It's like obviously your gap wedge is going to be not a lot of bounce, then you might have like a mid bounce 54 or 56 and then a high bounce 60 or something.
Sure.
So you've always got that shot. You can manipulate the loft, but you can't really manipulate bounce, can you?
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Oh, we've got more.
Yeah,
We've got more.
try a couple more, and then I'm going to put you in the BP wedge.
How do you want it, Chris?
Can't see them now.
No. So I go to this. This is the harder one, isn't it? Drink stations in.
Now do that again. Oh, so good.
Stop on an absolute dime. I know the greens help, don't they? But oof, that's the one I feel like I sort of would get away with more with the
S grind.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
I feel like this is what a wedge fitting should be as well, though. Wedge fitting shouldn't just be a gapping session.
Nope.
It should be testing out different grinds.
I agree. How'd the weight of the shaft feel?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same as the irons, isn't it?
No, it's actually 115. So, I mean, we always want to have a heavier wedge shaft, right?
Yeah. Tiger was behind that, wasn't he? Back in the day. That's what Bob Wilkie told us.
Yeah, 400.
Yeah.
If Bob said it, if Bob Wilkie said it, then I probably believe
Yeah.
him. All right, James, so what you're going to notice with this BP grind, 12 degrees of bounce, we've got full grooves from heel to toe. This is going to cater to more of your steep attack angles, softer conditions.
That could be all right for me, though. Oh, stop it.
That was nice.
That was absolutely gorgeous.
So what's interesting about the 3 new grinds that we have, the S, the C, and the BP grind, the S grind is available from 50 degrees all the way to 60.
Yeah.
Okay. The BP grind is going to be available from 54 to 60.
Yeah.
And then the C grind is only going to be available in your 58 and your 60 degree wedge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a fan of this, though. I think it.
I am too.
Yeah, it just gives me a bit more confidence, to be honest.
Well, it's your natural swing, right? You're steep and you attack it. That's going to have some action on it. Now, normally, are your lofts 52, 56, 60 traditional, or you
Yeah.
So, yep, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I might go 50, 54, 60, just because the 54 is a nice 100 shot for me.
Yep.
I'm enjoying the versatility of that, you know, playing the low one that you know is going to grab.
Right. And your turf interaction has been
Better.
very consistent, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh. Definitely one for someone with imagination, this one, I think.
You can see your confidence is significantly higher with this grind.
Yeah.
And bounce in your hands.
And I don't think you'd need it necessarily in the lower lofts, but I think in these.
No, I'm 100% confident in 52, 56 in the S grind at 10 bounce, and then doing 60 in the BP grind.
Oh, stop it. That was absolutely gorgeous. And that's what I want, ideally.
Yeah, brushing.
Yeah. Otherwise it starts to look a bit like a Chris Dennis massacre.
That's to come.
That saved me because that was fat.
Yeah, you and I are very similar with this type of bounce.
Are you bad as well? I'm joking.
Yes, that's why I'm fitting golf clubs and not swinging them. But no, I mean, I'm steep like you too, and
yeah.
I don't find myself having the ability to bottom out with a higher bounce. Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you for your time. And you see, for me, a big process when you do talk wedges is making sure you get the right lofts, which most people generally have come to terms with now. How far do they go? What kind of shot do you want to play around the greens? Also making sure you get the right grind and the right shaft. I've actually got different shaft combinations in here for the different lofts we've got. I'll talk you through that later on in the video, but I'm going to stick with the BP grind for now because I do have, throwing the wrong one away, shocker, I do have the 58 and the 54, both in 12 degrees of bounce and both in that BP grind. The 54 is the shot that I played with the Lakers jersey on. Oh, you've got to. You've got to! Which a lot of people didn't like. I thought, what's wrong with that? But imagine off a really tight, horrible lie over this god-awful bunker, downwind. What kind of shots can we play here? Like, can you play those nice little low nippy ones into the bank, allow them to hopefully start to maybe, that's going to stay there, isn't it? What an absolute shocker. Is it coming? No. But I like how forgiving this grind is to allow you just to get that kind of strike that you do want. This is a really, really tough shot. I feel like I'm playing these nice and low and I've got plenty of landing area and we can just start to get as kind of close to that as you want. Could I play this up in the air? Could I play it higher? The fact that we've got the BP grind on there, it's a little bit more forgiving. You can see the camber there is quite great, but to be honest, I still feel like I can slightly open that face up. The leading edge does come off the ground a little bit, but together with that kind of club face rotation, I can get plenty of height on that, and you can see we can get the stoppage as well. So for me, that's a shot that I do really enjoy with these clubs. I feel like the BP grind, still coming that, Bobby, look at that come down there. The BP grind is certainly helping me there, but just for that nice mid-flighted one of those, I really feel like we could be on to something with these new Sugar Daddy 3 wedges. Sugar Daddy. And you know, I find it really interesting because the more bad golf shots I hit, like this is later on today, I'll be totally honest, and I hit one shot here and then I thought, you know what, this is exactly where I'd be thinking about getting these wedges out, because it really does help kind of the idea of this is just a very, very difficult golf shot. I've got the 54-degree wedge out here. I don't even feel like I need potentially the 58, because with the BP grind I can open it up. It's sat fairly kind of juicy. I can just open that face and just let that pop up into the air like that. We can use the slopes all you want. You can start to use all of that club face as well. So with the BP grind, that's what you're getting. On a normal wedge, that would probably still have just caught the grooves maybe, but I feel like you kind of draw the line as to where that would catch. So the more you open the face, the kind of thinner it makes the face, but it still allows you to play shots like that one. So again, that versatility is key. Lucky enough that time I hit the middle of the face, so I'm okay. I didn't necessarily need all those grooves. But again, you look at that kind of turf interaction we're getting here, and I do quite like that, in a sense that you're getting lots of versatility, lots of forgiveness. You can see that I'm really been attacking with these. I'm really trying to get the ball to the hole. If I was trying to be a little bit more defensive, really cut off that bunker and be a bit more jabby with it, you're still going to get the ball that gets to the hole. You're still going to get the forgiveness, and it's fair to say that I've used up a lot of this club face here, but that's exactly what this wedge, Bobby, honestly, I tell you what. Go on, Bobby, finish it off. 120 playing 116. See, the thing that I do like about these wedges as well, realistically for me, is that air of consistency you know you're getting with a premium 3x forged wedge. So we've got 54 degree here. Can we just send it in at a nice kind of trajectory? This is about the distance where we did hole that shot on the Bad Little 9. It was the 8th hole. I'll never forget it. Very, very memorable moment, Bobby. Shame you weren't there. You were too busy, weren't you? In the shop. But can we just play 3 pretty nice consistent shots at a certain distance and allow that ball to just stop nicely at said distance, because that essentially is what you want from your wedges, isn't it? You want a wedge that you can rely on. That felt so nice. Watch this stop on a dime. That stopping there downhill, downwind is insane.
Going down the hill.
It did stop it going down the hill, you're right, Bobby. And they feel as soft as you would anticipate with a 3x forged head.